So today I will try to explain how to turn a video like this, which looks like your grandma was helping you to set this up, into something like this, which is still somewhat crap, but your grandma wasn't helping you for sure. What am I going to explain? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. Shit. In this video we're gonna focus on lighting and sound, and the next video is going to be about motion and sound effects. First of all, in this first video not only lighting is bad, but the composition as well. We're gonna change that using the rule of thirds. There are no strict rules in videography, although there are some guidelines which help you create a prettier look. To correct this video I'm going to use the rule of thirds. Basically, you divide the image equally by 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines. The rule says that you should position the most important element in your scene along these lines, or at the point where they intersect. Now this is much better. Also we need to put some light source in the background to separate it from the subject. In this lighting scenario we're gonna use standard In this lighting scenario we're gonna use a standard lighting setup, which includes a key light, a fill light and a backlight or rim light. The key light is your main light, it's supposed to be the most intense one. It's supposed to light the front of the subject. Then there goes a fill light. The fill light usually sits sideways from the subject and has half the intensity or double the distance compared to the key light. Then there goes a backlight or rim light, which lights only the edge of the subject, which is supposed to further separate the subject from the background. If the key light and the fill light have the same intensity, the same distance from the subject, then you would get a flat lighting. Such a setup is usually used in comedy. Now let's move on to a dramatic lighting. Placing the key light from above the subject will result in such a picture. But beware of the raccoon eyes, which is not a very pleasant effect. To avoid that, you need to place a key light directly from above the subject. Also, if you're not really satisfied with the result and the raccoon eyes, you can use only a fill light, thus creating a separation on the face, creating a more dramatic look. Also, you can conceal the identity of the person, leaving only the backlight. Thus, you'll get only the silhouette of the subject, creating a mystery. It is hard to exaggerate the importance of lighting. It creates a certain mood and can change the scene entirely. For example, in the movie 300, to achieve a certain look, they had to build the whole ceiling of light sources. And of course, this video has been color graded. There will be a separate video about basic color correction and grading. Now, if you're planning on using your mouth for talking purposes, you're gonna think about clean audio. Some people say that audio is 50% of the video. It may be a bit of exaggeration, but nonetheless audio is immensely important. As counterintuitive as it may sound, but the audience will tolerate poor video quality with great audio, but they will not tolerate poor audio with great video quality. And I want to show you an example. Nothing in video has changed, but the audio is coming directly from this camera, and it is awful. Not many people will stick with this video and continue watching it. But if I swap the camera but leave the audio the same. Now the video is obviously crap, but the audio stayed the same, and this picture people will tolerate much easier than the previous one. To achieve a good sounding audio, there are many ways and many microphones out there, but regardless of the equipment, the general rule of thumb is to keep the mic 3 feet away from the sound source, at most, to get that clean audio.